What's up, YouTube friends? Now today I'd like to talk to you about an infestation that's taking over my house. More of a plague, really. I keep finding these little buggers in every nook and cranny. You might be thinking to yourself, does he have ants? Does he have termites? No, it's much, much worse than that. It's Mother and her hoarding of black bananas. There's bananas in the kitchen freezer. I have bananas out in the garage freezer. And also a bag full of black bananas down here in the deep freeze. 'Cause why wouldn't you? So today I'm going to show you one way I like to use up these black bananas by making my favorite banana bread recipe. Now this is very versatile and you can mix and match the taste to your liking. So I'll show you how to whip it up next. Alright guys, so the things that you're going to need to make this delicious banana bread are some flour, sugar, baking powder and baking soda, salt, vegetable oil, water, 2 eggs, and 2 to 3 ripe bananas. You're also going to need some chocolate chips of some kind. Today I'll be using white chocolate. You could also use milk chocolate or even dark chocolate. You're going to need some nuts of some kind. Today I'll be using almonds. I've also done this with pecans, and you could also use walnuts, but who likes walnuts? And the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of Post Banana Nut Crunch cereal. I don't have any of that right now, but I do have some granola here. Now this is toasted coconut with almonds. I think that'll be delicious. I've also used those other fruit flavors of Post cereal, like the strawberry kind and the blueberry kind, and they turn out just great. I'll go ahead and leave the original recipe down in the direction box below, but just keep in mind that you could add any nut, chocolate chips, or something crunchy like granola or the cereal that you want. So let's get started. So the first thing that I went ahead and did was go ahead and preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Next I'm going to mix all my dry ingredients into this bowl. So to start with, we need 1.5 cups of flour. Next, I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of sugar. Then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, followed by 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And finally, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm just going to whisk these together. And set it aside. In a separate bowl, I'm going to go ahead and beat up 2 eggs. To my beaten up eggs, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of bananas, which is about 2 or 3 bananas. To this I'm going to add 1/4 cup of water. You could also use milk. And 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Now you just want to give that a real good mix. Once I have my wet ingredients nice and mixed up, I'm going to slowly add my dry. So I'm going to stir this together until it's just moistened. Next, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of the Post Banana Nut Crunch cereal, but since I don't have that, I'll be using the toasted coconut and almond granola. I have probably about 1.25 cups. It should be fine. Next, I'm going to add 1 cup of white chocolate chips, but you could really use any chocolate chip that you want. And finally, 1 cup of nut of your choice. Today, I'll be using almonds. Now just mix it all together. Next, I'm just going to pour this into a greased 9x5 pan. And now I'm just going to pop this into a preheated 350-degree oven for 55 to 65 minutes, or until a toothpick comes out clean. Alright guys, so here's my banana bread. It was in the oven for about 65 minutes. My toothpick did come out clean. Now I'm just going to let this sit here and cool off a bit before I cut into it, and I'll tell you how it tastes. Alright guys, so I let this cool off completely before I took it out of the pan. And you really want to do that, otherwise the bottom tends to rip off and stay in the pan. So now I'm just going to give it a slice here. Now I can see little pieces of the almond, the chocolate chips, and some of the oats that were in the granola. So I'm just going to slather this with a little bit of butter and give it a try. Now whenever I make this banana bread, it's always so moist and so delicious. That's why it's my favorite. I really can taste the almonds and even some of the coconut bits that were in the granola that I used. I really hope you give this delicious banana bread recipe a try. If you like this video and want to see more of my videos, go down below and hit the big red subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. If you'd like to be notified as to when I post one of my videos, hit the bell button right next to the subscribe button. If you have a question about this video or any of my other videos, or just like to leave a suggestion for a future upcoming video, leave me a comment. Head on over to Facebook for Scrappy's Patch and hit the friend button if you want to share crafty ideas and pictures. And as always, thanks for watching, happy baking, and I'll see you next time.